grill them like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money like I'm money made. I might pop my jack and uppercut, and he up on my way. With my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp. Yeah, I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog on what coach flick. Underdogs coming out on top, got them so sick. 1, 2, 3, I think it's over. 4, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack them up like mail. It's over, 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 it's over. UNDISPUTED. I'm undisputed, I'm undisputed. I'm undisputed, undisputed. It's over, 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 it's over. I'm undisputed, babe. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm undisputed, babe.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd, and they are vocal here tonight. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time. Up first is the boss from Italy. Against them, Kingmaker from the United States of America.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
one of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
Just see the nerves on that fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Why weren't they more cautious? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work your defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
That left hook is blocked. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
defense on that hook. He missed with that jab. A counter-fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Can't find a home for that jab. Scoring hook. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt.
And there's the bell to start round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You fight the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? He fails to score with that left hook. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Incredible work rate. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a scoring blow. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage.
If you're standing in front of a dumper truck and you're trying to punch it back, push it back, the dumper truck is probably going to roll right over you.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. That hook won't score. The jab doesn't quite connect. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round. Let's get it started in round 3. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That big hook doesn't land. The left hook scores. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punch. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. His stamina is off the charts. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution being thrown to the wind. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He parries away that left hook. Stamina is off the charts. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice defense with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have...
Yes, I like that.
There's the bell for round 4. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
That straight had to hurt. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice job blocking the hook. Just misses with that jab. They block that jab. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off.
And there's the bell for round 5. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Is he going to punch himself out, though? One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That punch landed. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Perfect punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Swing and a miss with the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You let him get back in.
Great way. I love that. I love that.
On to the 6th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
The perfect counter lands. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A perfect counter shot. He caught it clean! Clean as a whistle! And that left hook doesn't find its target. Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You don't want to trade shots. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. And there's the bell to start round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now
that's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch. That jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. There's a counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to.
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I need to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
Yeah. Are you daft? All the belts, mighty. The ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Contrary ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I push you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Oh, you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESBC, beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the Venetian brilliant meals. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles, brother have a kid on his heels. In the ring it's gritty and real, brave art man put a kid on his shield. At Daft man put a kid on his, been bad from when I was swinging up field. Left up, give a brother whiplash, not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna show ball over the top, send him over the ropes like Prince Nat. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins, go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money, most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring, does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling.
Another done. All day and just what have I become? No chance on stage what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Flown out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya, now I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through, with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, nah I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days to refuse. Or maybe make it out soon, I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Just got another one. Just got another one. Just got another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one. Another one done.
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kishes. And my fit stay clean like dishes, that's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs, I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve, that's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed, fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up, getting my peas up, won't get a feel up, is she in feeler? Food in the freezer, them man try step with the heater, that's why my G's them roll with a squeezer.